So yesterday I woke up with no motivation at all. I did not want to do Monday. Just felt overwhelmed, felt heavy, felt emotional. I could not say why. I just did not want to do Monday. And I was like, girl, with the amount of things you have to do this day and this week, you need to get this attitude together. But it really wasn't my attitude per se. Something else was going on, but I just needed to figure it out. So if you're new here, I'm Sharonda, and I created this space for people that are healing or just walking through life and need a little bit of support along the way. So welcome to Grace for the Journey. Glad to have you joining me today. And yes, I'm in gym clothes because sometimes that's just how you're gonna have to show up. And that's what we're talking about today. So make sure you subscribe. Before you decide it's your attitude, or before someone else decides your attitude, I need you to check yourself first. Check your body first. Your body is always going to speak before your mind catches up. So like I said, I was in this slump. I had so many things to do because of course it's a Monday. There's a list of things to do, and I just felt like I did not want to do it at all. I could not find the energy. I felt like I slept okay. I didn't think I lost too much sleep. Nothing really happened to make me emotional. I just couldn't figure it out. So anyway, a few hours passed, and then I just literally forced myself. I'm like, girl, it's almost midday. You got to do something. Go to the gym and get yourself going. And I know that about myself already, that there are certain things that I have to do in order to have a good day. And movement is one of those things for me, along with many other things. But I went, forced myself. By the time I got there, I was fine. Like, I was having fun. But the way my mood switched, like halfway in, and then at the end, I'm like, this was your problem all along. This was your problem all along. I just needed some happy hormones, AKA endorphins. After that, was the rest of the day perfect? No, but my attitude towards it was so much better, so much better. Okay, first question. Before you think you just have a bad attitude, did you eat? Now, I know some of us sometimes try out new diets and new fads and all these things that are happening, but for the most part, after a certain age, you kind of get to know your body, what your body likes, what your body doesn't like, the things that make you luggy, that make you feel a certain way, and how you feel when you don't eat, how you feel when you don't get certain types of nutrition or minerals. So did you eat? So I'm gonna read some facts for you guys today. 90% of your serotonin, your feel-good chemical, is actually produced in your gut and not your brain. So what you ate yesterday is affecting how you feel this morning. Now, that doesn't mean to go and just eat because now you say you're in a bad mood and you just want to eat. And that could be some of the reasons why we emotionally eat. You know what, we're not getting fully into that today, but pretty much, what did you eat? Did you eat? Is it something different? Is that thing that you ate, is that affecting you today? Next thing, did you sleep? Did you actually sleep? Okay, so for those that don't sleep by themselves, okay, so I'm married and I'm just gonna be honest. I do use a sleep, what do you call it? A sleep monitor sometimes, like an app. I use an app either on my watch or my phone, depending. And I'm gonna tell you, the best actual sleep in terms of the cycle and the REM and all the different stages of sleep that I'm supposed to go into, the best sleep I sometimes get is when I sleep by myself. But that's beside the point. There are so many factors that could contribute to a good night's sleep or a not so good sleep. From, are you sleeping with someone that's coughing and you're waking up and not even knowing? Are they snoring? Is it too cold? Is it too hot? Did you sleep with the TV on and the blue light is affecting you? Is the scent affecting you? Is the bed too soft? Is the bed too hard? There's so many different factors that could contribute to good sleep. Is something on your mind? Are you tossing and turning? Did you eat the wrong thing? Is there heartburn? All the things. But before you blame your attitude on just being an attitude problem, ask yourself, did I sleep? Because being sleepy and having to do things, I don't know about if y'all had those days where this is not even like you going on grace. You just chose not to sleep because, you know, you're young, you're partying, whatever, or whatever the night was like before. Maybe you're up all night on the phone with somebody or just up talking to someone all night and you just did not sleep. And the next day you got a headache, You just cranky and you just like, I just cannot wait till get off until I can go back and take a nap and just get to bed. So here's the fact. Missing even 90 minutes of sleep reduces your ability to regulate emotions by up to 60%. That's even if you knew how to regulate your emotions to begin with, because sometimes regulating our emotions be a little difficult. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between tired and sad when you're sleep deprived. Sleep deprivation is real. Like, it's real. I know there's some stages in life where we do go through it. Sometimes maybe if you're studying, if we have a big event coming up, we need to prepare for it. Maybe a new mom. There are times in life when you just ain't gonna get as much sleep as you used to. And I don't know which mom nowadays gets the sleep that she had before the kids were born. So realistically, there are going to be times when you are sleep deprived, but being aware of this and maybe putting some systems in place if you can, maybe taking a nap, getting some support, or whatever it may fit into your daily life or that can fit into your routine, seeing if you could add something in so the sleep deprivation doesn't take over your attitude. Okay, number 3, are you dehydrated? Now, we hear this all the time. Drink water, drink water, drink water, lots of water, 8 glasses of water, and all the new findings, whether it's more or less, this body percentage of water, all the things. But are you actually dehydrated? So apparently, even 1 to 2% of dehydration causes mood changes, brain fog, and irritability. So most of us are walking around here with a bad attitude just because we're chronically dehydrated. Go and drink some water, please. Go drink some water for all of us, for the sake of all of us. Now this one is usually my problem. I don't know why my problem, but number 4, did you move? Did you move? With this virtual world since COVID and all the work from home jobs and just jobs that are just more stationary versus mobile, we have to be more intentional about moving. So I know with me, because for so long I have worked such a mobile job. I used to work in a bank like years ago, like I think like the first job before college or something like that. But since college, doing massage and aesthetics and all the things that I did have always been mobile, always moving, standing, going here, going there. I've never really been a stationary person. So for me, and I'm actually answering my own question that I just asked. So for me, when I am stationary, I feel it. And my attitude just, it could be, yeah. So this was my issue yesterday. I needed to go move. I needed to get blood flowing. I needed to get those endorphins going. I needed to just move my body to fix my attitude. And it worked. And before you say, I don't have time, life is busy, I'm not athletic, and all the excuses that we can come up with, first of all, we were created to move. We were created to move. But that's another topic for another day. But here's a fun fact. Just 10 minutes of walking releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin simultaneously at the same time. That is not a motivational quote. That is biology. That is how God created your body to work. So find 10 minutes. Even if you have to walk up and down your own stairs, if you can't go outside for whatever reason, if you got to walk around the house, find 10 minutes to move your body and change your attitude for your family. Did you go outside? Now, this is a hard one. Living certain places in the world. I remember I used to work on a cruise ship, and before I left for the cruise ship, I had to do my training in England. And it was around January time, I think, when I went there. Listen, I did not like it. This is just me personally, coming from the Bahamas, full on sunshine, I think I stayed there about 6 weeks. Oh, was it? No, I think it was 12 weeks. Yeah, 12 weeks. And it was so dreary. I was just so sad all the time. I already missed home. I missed everybody. I was already feeling sad with the changes. And then it was just, I don't even know if the sun even came out. So I know in some places, this is a challenge. Thankfully, the part of Canada that I live, we have a lot of sunshine. It's cold, but the sun is shining. And sometimes you may not step outside, but you open up the blinds and let the sun come in. or you just wrap up real good and go outside, because we do need that sunlight. And that's why some people, you know, if you live in a cold climate or a dark climate where the sun doesn't shine so much, that's why when you go on vacation, you just feel like a brand new person. Now, I'm not a dietitian or anything like that, but do some research on vitamin D, how vitamin D can assist in those circumstances. I know based on your skin tone, based on where you live, and so many other things, and how much sun you get, like, you know, certain things can be affected with your vitamin D levels and all those type of stuff. So do your own research and see if there are, depending on where you live, if you live someplace where you do not get enough sun. I'm not saying to just get up and move, even though some people do that, but see what it is that you can do to make sure that whatever is missing from that sunlight, you are supplementing it in another way. So here's your sunlight fact. Morning sunlight within the first hour of waking regulates your cortisol cycle for the entire day. Just 10 to 20 minutes. That's it. Now, depending on where you live and what time you wake up, this may not be possible. What time you have to be to work, what time you have to get your kids to school and all of that, because some of us are up before the sun is even ready to say hello. And that's just the way of life. And this is just what it is right now. So as you do your research and as you check yourself and, you know, check the certain factors, not everything you can fix right away, you know, but I just wanted to share this because I feel like sometimes we try to overcomplicate things and could just stay in a slump longer than we need to when the solution is right at our hand. So this list is not to stress you out, but just to bring some awareness to some of the factors that maybe affecting your attitude. So I'm going to switch gears here and talk about more internal features, internal things that could possibly be affecting our attitude and mood changes and such. So what we talked about already is mostly physical, but sometimes it's something underlying that actually is causing a mood change here and there. Is something unresolved sitting with you? Sometimes, and I can attest to this, sometimes when I think about what my week holds, and I think about the time that, like the hours that are going to be in every day, but so many things that I have to get done within these hours, I ponder on it and it turns into stressing about it, becoming anxious about it. And then I'm just like, the whole mood is switched. The whole week is canceled because I'm already exhausted from thinking about what I have to do this week. So perhaps finding other ways in which you can manage those tasks that you have to get done. Maybe you need a to-do list. The way you are processing what you have to do, finding ways to tackle what you need to do, but without being stressed out about it. Different things work for different people, but I know for me, sometimes just thinking about it and what I have to do, I just become exhausted. So what I tend to do is I just have to take one day at a time, literally one task at a time. I'm a to-do list person, and even looking at the list can be stressful, I'll be honest, but I self-talk a lot. And that's what I had to do yesterday. I had to put myself in the situation that if a close friend came to me with the issue that I'm having and feeling the way I feel, what would I say to them? If y'all be seeing me, the way I be talking to myself just to keep motivation going, but self-talk is something that helps me. And I'm like, you can do this. Yes, you have all these tasks to do, but you have the capacity. All you need to do is list them out, put them in priority, which one is urgent, which one is an emergency, which one is not as urgent, which needs your attention right away. And I just talk it through. Sometimes I do it right away. Sometimes I gotta talk myself out of the slump first to get to that point, but whatever you need to do. But don't let the week that has not even started exhaust you. Let's not be anxious about what is to come. Let's live in the moment as much as we can. Plan the best that we can, but try to live in the moment rather than getting so anxious of what has not even happened yet. Tomorrow has its own problems. Let's just live today. Is it perhaps a grief wave? Have you experienced extreme stress lately, some trauma lately? People don't know this, but I knew this from my background as a massage therapist. Grief and stress and all the things, they live in your body. They are stored physically in your body. And studies show that grief activates the same pain receptors as a physical injury. Let that sink in. Grief, stress can activate the same pain receptors. You know when you touch something hot and you pull back, or you fall down and hurt yourself, the process the body goes through for an injury is the same process your body goes through for some stress or some grief that's being stored in your body. So if there's other things that's going on, it may take a little deeper work. It may be more than just, having some food, getting some sunlight. There may be some deeper work that needs to be done if there's something underlying in there. So when it shows up as a mood on a Monday, that's not weakness. It's probably some underlying situations that you just need to deal with. Okay, this one is for all my moms, all the women, and not to say that men don't have stress or men don't carry burdens, because they do, and they carry a lot. I just feel like they built to carry it more. I don't know. I just feel like they built for it a little bit more, but that's my opinion. Or is it an opinion or a fact? Anyway, I'm speaking from my perspective. So as a mom, as a woman, I know we overextend ourselves so much. We can be overwhelmed from hitting too much at once, just too much going on, overstimulated, and just overextended because we have said yes for too long and our body is literally protesting and saying, listen, I can't do anymore. Stop saying yes. Tell those people no and go take a break. Listen to this fact. The average woman makes over 35,000 decisions per day. How? I have to count this out one day to see if this is a real fact. Not everything that we read is real, but I could believe this. I feel like I probably make 50,000. So I think boundaries comes into play a lot here. Knowing when to say no, knowing your limitations, knowing when you can't handle anymore, knowing when to take a break so we don't get overwhelmed or we don't continue overextending ourselves. And then the last point for today I'll bring up is, did you brush something off recently? An important situation, did you minimize it? Either because you just couldn't deal with it at the time, you felt like it was going to be too stressful, whatever reason. Did you minimize it and now you haven't dealt with it exactly? It's still there. You said you're okay, but you're really not okay, but you haven't dealt with it. It's being stored somewhere. Somewhere in your body, it's being stored and needs to be dealt with. And now it's affecting you on Monday morning, because Monday has now come with all the other things that Monday comes with. And now this other thing is still under there. That could be a reason why your attitude is attituding. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. Sometimes it just is the attitude. Sometimes the attitude is the attitude. Sometimes we make decisions and we just don't want to be bothered. There's nothing really going on. It's just an attitude. But before you're too hard on yourself or before you let somebody label you, just check yourself. If we could be more aware of knowing when things switch, when our mood switches, being more in tune with ourselves to know that something's up. And actually loving ourselves enough to take the time to figure out what is going on so we can correct the problem. Then I think we'll all be way more emotionally aware, way more emotionally intelligent. We'll be more self-aware. The world will be a better place if we can all, piece by piece, just start to be, more responsible for our moods, responsible for the way we talk to people, for the way we talk to ourselves, for the way we handle situations, for our attitude, period, point blank. We can be more responsible for our attitude. It takes a little work, but I think if we can do that, literally the world will be a happier place. So before you decide what's up, 3 things to ask yourself. Have I taken care of my body today? Is something unaddressed sitting underneath all of this? And 3, am I just choosing to be in my feelings right now? So if it's 1 or 2, be gentle with yourself and then address the root. And if it's 3, this is where you get to make the decision to shift your atmosphere, shift your perspective, shift your mood. You have control over that. So I'll just recap personally what worked for me yesterday, because this is where this whole episode came from. I got up and I moved. I was in the sun. I got fresh air. I went and I worked out. I exercised. I came and I had a nutritious meal. But I want to bring it all in and end it by saying this. Talk to God before you talk to anybody else about it. Give him the mood before the mood turns into words that you can't take back. I'm sure we've all heard so many analogies about what happens when we speak the wrong things. and we can't take those words back. Be vulnerable. He knows how you feel anyway. Talk to him, man. And together you two can figure out exactly what it is. Ask him, what is this that is happening? He may just be like, go drink some water. He may say, you need to go take a walk. And don't trivialize the responses. I remember someone was saying they had a headache, like an extreme headache. And literally the answer was drink 2 glasses of water. They were ready to like rebuke this, rebuke that, take pills. They were just dehydrated. So like I said, some things are more physical and some things are more internal, but we can figure it out. We have control over our attitude. We have control over our moods. We are in control. These things don't control us. And it's up to us to make ourselves more self-aware, more emotionally aware, more emotionally intelligent. And this is also scriptural. In 1 Kings 19, Elijah was so overwhelmed. He just wanted to give up completely. But what did God do? He didn't rebuke him. He didn't tell him to fix his attitude, but he sent an angel to tell him to eat and to rest. God addressed his physical need before anything else. That is your permission slip right there. I want you to be gentle with yourselves in your hard mornings. The goal is not to never have hard mornings because life is life, but the goal is to know yourself well enough to know what you actually need. Check your body, check what's underneath, and at the end of the day, if you do need an attitude adjustment, that's fine too. We're human. We make it work. If this has helped you, drop a comment below and let me know. Do you usually blame your attitude first or do you check yourself first? And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. We have these type of conversations every week. Remember, you are graced for your journey, even on a Monday. Bye guys, love you.